All right, I just talked to Coach. He insists on going with a simplified game plan for you tonight.
What do you think?
Well, his thinking is we keep it simple, you don't get overwhelmed, and then we rely on the defense to do their part.
Wait, hold on. Is this a joke?
All right, look, Coach just wants to put him in the best position to succeed.
No, this ain't high school ball, man. All right, this is the semifinals. If we go out there and simplify, they're gonna destroy us. Come on, this is crazy, right? Right?
Agreed. Coach needs to wake up. I'm ready for this.
Man, forget about him, man.
Listen, I don't care how much you played, you're a leader on this team. Leaders, sometimes they have to do what's right, even if they don't like it.
Got it, Coach. I got you.
Yeah?
The 2018 been a wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. Means a lot.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here we go, the first snap of his college career. Clemson has it 1st and 10. They'll run with Gaddis. Gets through, and now an opening. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. So make that one drive, one touchdown for the college career of our quarterback.
And we don't have to worry about it, but what if this drive had gone badly? Think about the spiral he could have fell into, the self-doubt, but zero doubt on that drive, in control right from the start.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Gators now with a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, white, snap.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
60, Pittsburgh.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96, and then most recently they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Reddick sets to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Reddick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Cummings. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
53, check 53. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, let's go. Lock it. Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings. And he comes back with one complete. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. When you think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came in as a true freshman to lead this team. He's 3rd all-time in passing yards in school history, 2nd in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all that stuff. Never missed a game in his college career, 53 starts, but now he sits and watches as his understudy for the last 4 years finally gets his shot in the leading role. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Give me some, give me some. Here we go, here we go. Check, check. Ready, go.
To throw on 2nd down, Cummings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Donnie Simpson there to make the grab. And Clemson tacks onto their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Reddick. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and 10, Florida. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Stay with you. Recon, 152 fighter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season, trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. All day. All day. 31.
On 4th down, Cummings. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press down.
They'll give this one to Watt. Runs through the contact, shedding through the defense, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Watt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Alert 16. Alert 16. 6 guys in it.
On third down, Cummings. Forced out to his left. Dancing to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do.
And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And Clemson tacks on to their lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the ground, it's Clements. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback, a 4-year starter, 8,000 passing yards. Isaiah, a year younger, he was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he breaks through another tackle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to work his way down to the 16. No Marcus Washington, no problem in the first half.
Okay. Just checking in with you. How'd you feel about the first half?
That's how you play. Let's go.
We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates, but you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey,
Coach,
really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
that's right. Should have trusted me. That's why you recruited me.
Well, I can't change the past. So, let's go finish this thing off in the second half. As a team.
Thanks, Coach.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Clements. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This will be a carry for Clements. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And offensively here, you wouldn't know it by looking at it that Marcus Washington is not in the game.
That thought that maybe they would simplify the game plan?
Forget it.
Yeah, forget it is right. True that he doesn't have the game reps, but he definitely knows the plays. He's run them for 4 years, totally familiar with his offense, and now he's executing. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3 down, 3 down. 31's the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Tiger, you're out. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Cummings. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Cummings. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Again, the underlying story here, no snaps in 4 years. And it seems kind of hard to believe. You almost wonder if there's some type of lingering animosity between quarterback and coach, because there certainly have been a few of those 56-7 type games over the last few years. But much like the Patriots in the NFL, where you see Tom Brady take almost every snap, even at his age, that was the case with Marcus Washington. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. The Gators now with a 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Florida. From 3 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Stop your whining. Under 10. 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
31's the mic. It's just warm up. 31's the mic. Let's go. Won't be a long day on offense. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cummings. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, Cummings. He finds an open man, Simpson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. So much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game, but you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds, maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games, and the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record, threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and he also chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
We got 4. Check 24.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Throwing on 1st down. Cummings. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again. Cummings. being chased out left. Now and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the night. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Cummings, wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Cummings. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Switch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. DeMarcus Soule, 50 yards. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So on the strength of 2 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the Clemson Tigers are moving on to play for a national championship on January 7th.